Look how flooded it is over here.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, August 10th, 2025. Southeast Wisconsin is grappling with the aftermath of an extraordinary flash flooding event that struck over the weekend, submerging roads, overwhelming emergency services, and disrupting major events across the Milwaukee metropolitan area. Officials are calling it one of the most severe single-day flood events in the region's modern history. The deluge began late Saturday, August 9th, when a series of slow-moving thunderstorms unleashed torrents of rain across Milwaukee County and neighboring communities. In Milwaukee itself, the National Weather Service recorded 5.74 inches of rain in a single day, breaking the previous daily rainfall record and marking the city's second wettest day since record-keeping began in 1871. Nearby areas reported totals approaching 10 inches, inundating low-lying neighborhoods and riverfront districts. Hydrologists reported that the Menomonee River and its tributaries swelled well beyond their banks. In Wauwatosa, parks, athletic fields, and playgrounds vanished beneath floodwaters, and residents described streets transformed into fast-moving streams. Vehicles were abandoned mid-road as water levels rose too quickly for drivers to escape. The impact on infrastructure was immediate and severe. Multiple stretches of interstates, 41, 43, and 94, were closed, along with numerous state highways and local thoroughfares. Wisconsin Department of Transportation crews worked through the night to barricade flooded sections, divert traffic, and assess damage to road surfaces. Several bridges were temporarily shut down as inspectors checked for structural compromise caused by rapid water surges.
Going in with your socks? You're taking your shoes off? I'm going in with my socks.
The Milwaukee Fire Department fielded more than 600 emergency calls between Saturday night and early Sunday, including multiple water rescues from submerged vehicles and flooded basements. Calls also involved gas leaks, downed power lines, and electrical hazards in waterlogged homes. Fire officials warned that many of these emergencies occurred in areas not traditionally considered flood-prone. The flooding also knocked out electricity to tens of thousands of households across the region. Utility providers reported peak outages affecting between 18,000 and 47,000 customers. Repair crews navigated difficult conditions to restore power, hampered by flooded access roads and ongoing rainfall in certain neighborhoods. Cultural and sporting life in the city came to a halt. The Wisconsin State Fair in West Allis canceled its final day for the first time in decades, citing safety concerns for visitors and exhibitors. The USA Triathlon National Championships, scheduled for the same weekend, were also called off after portions of the course were rendered unusable. Air travel saw ripple effects as well. Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport reported flight delays and cancellations after heavy rain flooded service roads and disrupted ground operations. Travelers were advised to check schedules frequently as crews worked to pump water away from key operational areas. Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley declared a state of emergency Sunday morning, granting officials expanded authority to mobilize resources and coordinate with state and federal agencies. City officials opened temporary shelters for residents displaced by flooded homes, urging anyone in need to seek safe housing away from rising waters. The National Weather Service maintained flood warnings through Monday morning for Milwaukee, Waukesha, Racine, and Kenosha counties. Meteorologists cautioned that saturated ground conditions could trigger additional flash flooding if more storms develop this week. They emphasized the danger of urban flooding in built-up areas where drainage systems are unable to keep pace with intense downpours. This event also reignited discussion among scientists and local leaders about the increasing frequency of extreme rainfall in Wisconsin. Climate researchers point to long-term trends showing warmer air's capacity to hold more moisture, producing heavier precipitation events. While attribution studies specific to this storm will take months, meteorologists noted that such intense, short-duration rainfall is becoming more common across the Midwest.
But yeah, so it looks like what they're doing is working. I just hope everybody's smart enough.
By Sunday afternoon, cleanup efforts were underway in several neighborhoods. Public works crews began clearing debris from storm drains, while volunteers and nonprofit groups distributed sandbags and cleaning supplies to affected residents. The full scope of damage remains unclear, but officials anticipate both state and federal disaster assistance requests in the coming days. Governor Tony Evers issued a statement praising the quick action of first responders and pledging support for recovery operations. Our hearts are with the families who have been displaced, the businesses impacted, and the communities still dealing with dangerous conditions. As the region faces a lengthy recovery, authorities are urging residents to remain cautious. Standing water continues to conceal hazards, such as sinkholes, sharp debris, and live electrical lines. Officials also warned against driving through any flooded roadway, regardless of depth, noting that several recent rescues involved vehicles swept away in less than 2 feet of water. The unprecedented scale of the flooding has left a visible mark on Wisconsin's largest city, raising urgent questions about infrastructure resilience, emergency preparedness, and the community's ability to adapt to increasingly volatile weather patterns. For many residents, the weekend's events will stand as a stark reminder of how quickly familiar streets and neighborhoods can transform in the face of extreme rainfall.